How are your stress levels? Um, Stress levels are at an epidemic kind of pressuring where all the time there's something stressing you. And it's not that stuff out there that's coming in and pressuring us. All that stuff that we need to do and all the demands and even the life pressures, like having a baby is stressful, even though it's a good stressor. Moving is a stress. I mean, those are like stresses that last longer, right? Even though they might be positive. Um, but one of the biggest stressors for us all is inner conflict. That inner debate and inner argument where we're spinning our wheels and not getting anywhere, and we're worrying and we're debating, and it creates insecurity, and insecurity creates stress, and then stress creates insecurity, and it just becomes this. So the scientists and the yogis agree that stress is it's actually not having enough inner intelligence and inner energy to meet the pressure that's coming at you during your day or during your week. That's the definition of stress. And going to the gym and you work out with the weights, and that's an acute short-term stressor that makes you stronger. Acute short-term stress is perfect. Long-term chronic stress is much more toxic. So one of the things that really throws us off and puts us into that kind of inner conflict state is we take on the pressure of whatever our environment it is at work or home or in the world, to become that role, to play that role. The role of a parent or the role of a kid, the role of a news anchor or a lawyer, or the role of a teacher, or whatever it is. We take on the role and we let our own identity of who we really are slip away somewhere and get eclipsed or disappeared or forgotten. And that inner identity of your real self helps you solve all the problems. It helps you have the hard communications in relationships. It helps you do all to be your real self and to develop your inner intelligence and your inner knowing and your ability to communicate from your central self. It requires you knowing yourself. It requires you remembering to be yourself. And so we get lost into the demands of life, and we're busy getting the dinner on the table, right? For the kids or whatever. So in Kundalini, the other thing is nerves. If you have strong muscles and they're shaky muscles, they don't give you the strength you need. So what the yogis found is that not only do you want to strengthen your muscles, but you want to strengthen your nerves and your glands. Your pituitary gland in the center of your brain is really important if you want to be able to have the inner intelligence to excel under pressure. And who doesn't? Who doesn't want prosperity? Who doesn't want health and happiness? It's like, okay, what's my role in that? Isn't it just the cards I got dealt? The genes I got dealt? No, it's not just your genes. So knowing yourself, the glands in the brain have a lot to do with that. We're going to do a short breath that can help with that. But having strong nerves is also, nerves and glands, I've never found anything to work on those two things as quickly and effectively as Kundalini Yoga, which I started when I was 17. because it worked. It worked so fast. And you feel so great afterwards. In the middle, you're going to work. Like when you go to the gym, you work. After you've sweat, you go home, you feel like you did something. But nerves and glands help you to be less in that inner conflict state, which is a kind of a churning state. It makes you feel smaller than your problems. If you can get these glands to secrete, you can feel bigger than your problems. And that you don't know the solution yet, maybe, but it's going to come. You're going to figure it out. It's going to work. It's going to, it might take time and energy, but it's not hopeless. So this breath, you can put your hands wherever you like. You need to sit straight. If you're sitting in a chair, put both feet flat on the floor. And for the lungs to really have room to breathe down where you get the real oxygen in the lower lobes, you need to be straight. Slumping, it doesn't work. And so we're just going to, eyes open, pick a point straight ahead. And neck is long, up in the back of your neck, up towards your crown. And you want to make your mouth the shape of like you're sipping a smoothie. And then exhale through the nose. Fast and powerfully. This breath is so effective, you don't want to do it for more than 3 to 5 minutes. But it's quick. Try to fill to here. So you got to relax your stomach. Push and pull the air. We're just doing 1 minute together, a little bit, to get a feel for it. Last one, inhale. Pull your navel a little bit in towards your spine and up. And let it go. Now close your eyes. Just be aware of the center of your forehead for a moment. Take a breath. Be still. Let your body and mind be still, just briefly. One of the best things for the busy inner debate is to do a conscious breath where you're going deeper, you're waking up the pituitary, and then take 1 minute just to do nothing but sit still and be the peace. And then when you go back to solve a problem, you're like, full on, bring it on. I was born ready. Prosperity, healthy, happy you. That's my prayer for you. My affirmation for you. Take care.